Hi, this is Jack Stanley, and I wanted to talk just for a few moments on learning to say goodbye. You know, we have to say goodbye to things at times. It's not always easy. It's easy to say hello. It's easy to say great, wonderful things that exist, but boy, when it's time to say goodbye, it's not always the easiest thing in the world, and it depends. I think it depends a lot on personality. I think a lot of people are very emotional. A lot of people are not. I have friends who are remarkably emotional. They could break down in tears just by looking at a piece of art. And I have those that they could see the most horrid thing happen and they wouldn't be able to muster a tear. So we are all different and we all have our own ideas of what is, if I may borrow that from Bill Clinton. But the thing is, how do you say goodbye? Now, for myself, to use myself as an example, I'm going to be moving to Chicago, and I'm in the process of tearing things apart and giving things away and saying it's time. It's not easy. Not at all. I guess I illustrated that fact quite well, not deliberately, but unfortunately. My friend Little Panda died, and I was inconsolable. I was a wreck, I have to admit. I'm okay now, but it took me a week just to kind of get over it. I mean, you don't get over the loss of a friend or a loved one or some animal that actually touched you in a way that you haven't experienced in your life. But we have to go on. We have to go with the times, go with the flow, as it were. And now I'm moving to Chicago, as I mentioned, and my library has got to go. And I've been doing this piecemeal lately. I've been giving away books. I've been giving away a lot of sets of books to various individuals who are friends. And I have some friends in Connecticut. They've basically decorated a whole area of bookshelves with my library, which is wonderful. I'm happy for it, and I'm glad it's there, and I'm glad they like them, because that's the thing today. The world of books has changed drastically. People don't want libraries anymore. They have a Kindle. Well, I'm sorry. I'm old school. I love a book. I like the feel of a book. I like the smell of a book. That's something that's going to fade and vanish, I gather. So, how does one say goodbye? It's a difficult thing. But I have done it. My library is pretty much in pieces now. It's gone. I'm going to keep about 500 books. I have 2 bookshelves and my desk. That's what's going to survive from all of this. I'm leaving 10 bookshelves behind and a lot of books for folks, whoever would want them. And so I will start in a more subdued fashion. But you know something? I've had this wonderful run, almost 30 years, with books. I had books before, but I never had what I might call my own library, and that has been going for about 30 years. And now I'm going to have a mini library. So for all of you who might have a library, you have to come to this understanding eventually that it's going to have to go, and you need to know where everything has to go. Same thing with records. I have friends who have given records to other people I've sold to. I have a number of records I'm keeping for myself. But indeed, I want to make sure lots of people, especially young collectors who are just starting. I've been collecting for 51 years, but it would be wonderful to see young collectors get some records to share with them and perhaps advance them along in their collection. Kind of a good thing to do. So you can make your loss someone's gain in a nice way. And so saying goodbye has its heartaches, has its pains, but in many ways, if you have the ability to say goodbye under your terms, it can be a beautiful thing. And you have the knowledge that you have given joy to others and shared with others and helped others. And I can't think of anything more noble than that. So when the time comes for you, try to remember that, to share. You know, if there's such a thing as karma, it might be a good thing. I don't know if there is, but even if there isn't, I still think it's a damn good thing. Thank you.